Sup guys, this is Penn with a new segment called
Lyrical Defecation.
In this new segment, I'll be tackling on an artist or group of artists who I feel are severely lacking in the lyrical department. And by severely lacking, I mean their lyrics could very well pass off as manure for how wretched they can be. Today I'll be taking on a man whose ego is so large, it passes off as his own person on flights and can even demand the entire first class section to itself. That man is none other than the man we all come to know as Kanye West, or as he likes to call himself,
Yeezy, the greatest entity in the universe, you dig?
Now, I'm not saying that Kanye West is a terrible artist or that I don't like his music or production. I do. But you can't deny that his quality and lyrics have been on a rapid decline. He may not have been an A-plus lyricist, but he did have some good songs, especially on his first two albums and some on his third. However, what was once someone with potential to be received as a great hip-hop artist with some great hip-hop music has devolved into a stage-interrupting, skirt-wearing, hipster-emulating, egocentric gay fish. This is even more highlighted in his recent album Yeezus, an album with concept art so amazing that any art fan would just orgasm at such a unique and well thought out design.
Too deep for you!
But I'm not going to be reviewing that album or anything like that. Instead, I want to give you 10 terrible Kanye West lines that show his recent lyrical deficiency. So here we go. Number 10. Trade the Grammy plaques just to have my granny back. Remember she had that bad hip like a fanny pack. The reason this line makes the list is because number 1, he is on a song where he's supposed to be bragging about himself, and yet he decides to bring up his dead grandmother in the middle of a bragging song. Not the most appropriate time to do so. And number 2, she had a bad hip like a fanny pack? Really, Kanye? Ah yes, the fanny pack, known for its interesting design and its lower joint problems. Unless he is saying that fanny packs aren't hip as in cool by comparing it to his grandmother's bad hips, then all I can say is that you really can't be the judge of what's cool in clothing, Kanye. Especially when you wear this. Just saying. Number 9. They calling me an alien, a big-headed astronaut. Maybe it's because your boy Yeezy get ass a lot. Yes, because the reason that so many people get careers in NASA isn't because they like astronomy or helping in developing a modern technology. It's because astronauts get laid. All those Axe commercials are finally starting to make sense to me now. Oh, and for the record, aliens and astronauts are not the same thing, Kanye. So the comparison is just dumb. I think the reason that people call you a big-headed alien isn't because you're an astronaut or you get ass a lot. It's because your ego is so big and your head is so far up your ass that you end up blasting off into space like an astronaut. Number 8. Break records at Louis, ate breakfast at Gucci, my girl a superstar, all from a home movie. For those of you who don't know, and I don't know why you would want to know, Kanye West is married to Kim Kardashian, known for her reality TV show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and her home movie, which was a sex tape that had 60 minutes of behind-the-scenes footage and never-before-seen sex with singer-slash-rapper Ray J. Pretty well commercialized for a home movie, if I do say so myself. Number 7. Pussy had me dead. Might call Tupac over. I was going to be upset that Kanye is comparing sex to the tragic death of Tupac Shakur, but I feel like saying anything else will just complicate the issue, so all I gotta say is just think. Just think about that line for a second. Tupac, rest in peace. If you ever do see Kanye, please smack him. Several times if possible.
Number 6.
fuck you and your Hampton house. I'll fuck your Hampton spouse. Come on her Hampton blouse and in her Hampton mouth. Now, I do like this song, and I do appreciate Kanye for taking his time to diss other rich people, although that's like Sean Hannity dissing Rush Limbaugh for being too conservative, but I digress. This line wouldn't normally make the list because the lyrics aren't bad, although they are really lackluster. However, the reason this line makes the list is because it's on what Kanye considers to be the best rap verse of all time. Period. Yes. Because a verse that repeats words several times and has the line, I know that pussy ain't free, you niggas pussy ain't me, is definitely worthy in being considered the greatest rap verse of all time. Before we get into the next line, I would like to present Kanye with a list of artists who would like to have a word with him about that verse in New Slaves being the best rap verse of all time. Number 5. Have you ever had sex with a pharaoh? Put the pussy in a sarcophagus. Besides the fact that pharaoh and sarcophagus don't rhyme, nothing sounds sexier or turns a girl on more than making references to necrophilia. Unless that's her fetish and your fetish too, then all I can say is it would make sense why you would marry this. Either or you get the same experience. Just saying. Number 4. Your titties, let them out, free at last. Thank God Almighty, they free at last. Thank you, Kanye, for reminding us that Dr. King made that speech not because he wanted to be remembered for promoting racial equality, but because his speech could be used so easily for sexual innuendos and catchphrases.
See that ass? See that ass? Thank God Almighty I can see that ass.
Numero 3. I'm like the fly Malcolm X. By any genes necessary. Indeed, Kanye, because that famous quote by Malcolm X and the quote, show me a capitalist and I'll show you a bloodsucker, indicates that Malcolm X was very supportive of the free market system. Aside from that, I really hope no one turns to Kanye as a source of information about the civil rights issues. You might as well just hand in your paper blank. At least the teacher will know you were trying. Oh, and speaking of civil rights issues, number 2, a black girl sipping white wine. Put my fist in her like a civil rights sign. Kanye, if you're going to compare the long struggle of African Americans and the fight for civil rights to having sexual intercourse, you might as well just go full out. Fist and white chicks call it racial integration. She blow my brains out, I'm Dr. King of love making. And the number 1 worst Kanye lyric ever is, I keep it 300, like the Romans. If you can prove to me that the movie 300 was about the Romans and not about the historical battles between the Greek Spartans and the Persian Empire, I will give every single person on YouTube $100,000. Oh wait, what was that? You can't do it? Well, maybe that's because Kanye West is a dumbass. And for the record, I know a lot of you Kanye writers are going to come here and talk about how the 300 line means CCC in Roman numerals and how it stood for cool, calm, and collected. If you really believe that, then you're wrong, and for 2 reasons. Reason 1 is because Kanye West has made incorrect movie references before. And reason 2, while the Romans may have been cool, calm, and collected, Kanye West himself is not cool, he's not calm, and he certainly is not collected. So no, the comparison doesn't hold out. You're just being as big of a dumbass as Kanye West is. Ladies and gentlemen, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe and favorite if possible. Leave your comments down below to tell me what you thought of the video, and also leave suggestions of what artists I should do next. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go watch the movie 300 now. I want to see how the Romans claim victory in their fight against the British Empire.